I'd bet money you couldn't find every Easter egg and hidden reference in How I Met Your Father in one watch, so you're welcome. I did the work for you. I solved the mystery of Captain's missing pineapple, getting down to the core of Robin's bullfighting antics, and analyzing a potential clue for Ted Mosby's return. This is definitely an easy way to pay homage to How I Met Your Mother. Every sitcom that centers around a group of friends always has that home base apartment. And I'm thinking about Rachel and Monica's apartment in Friends right now. Apartment 4C is that location for this show. It started out as Ted and Marshall's first place after college, then Lily moved in, and even Robin ended up staying there. Obviously, towards the end, everyone moved out and the apartment got rented by none other than Sid and Jesse.
It was a total score. We got it from this old married couple who posted it on the Wesleyan alumni group.
Okay, we have to talk about this callback to Barney's favorite bar game. Have you met Ted?
No, we're not playing Have You Met Ted. Hi, have you met Ted?
Where Barney goes around and introduces him to different women. In How I Met Your Father, Ellen moved to New York to connect with her brother after her divorce, and they developed this sort of wing sibling situation when going out to the bars, or as they like to refer to it, wing sibs. Did you catch the callback where Jesse introduced Ellen to a woman at Sophie's party with,
Hey, have you met Ellen?
Gotta love a good callback. There are few things more awkward than a first date, especially if you drop the L word before the date's even over. When Sophie and Jesse had their first date in the season finale, things actually went really well. Sophie ended up staying over, which obviously is a win, but when Jesse dropped those words,
I love you, Sophie,
in his sleep, the vibe definitely switched. This was actually another callback to Ted and Robin's date in the How I Met Your Mother pilot.
I think I'm in love with you.
I would say they never learn, but at least Jesse was asleep when he did it. Okay, I would absolutely pay an egregious amount of money for a bottle of Glen McKenna. If you don't know what that is, it's the brand of whiskey that everyone would drink in How I Met Your Mother. They would always end up breaking a few bottles, which is a mistake I'm way too broke for. We don't see this whiskey in How I Met Your Father, except for one instance when Sophie went to a bar that had it advertised on the wall behind her. There was also another instance when the captain downed his super rare bottle of it in one go, which was kind of funny considering how expensive and valued the whiskey was supposed to be in How I Met Your Mother. Everyone's favorite bartender has to set the stage. There was no other way to confirm that Sophie was stepping into the same bar, and world, essentially, as How I Met Your Mother, than to have her talk with Carl the bartender and McLaren's pub. Robin's also in this scene, but we wouldn't really consider her an Easter egg. Carl was one who was supposed to stand for all the fun Robin and her friends had hanging out in the bar together, and it was definitely the perfect dose of nostalgia to start off the series. Okay, but who else was super disappointed that we never got the full tea on Robin's bullfighting antics in Europe? I really thought that was just a loose thread from the How I Met Your Mother universe, but the writers did not disappoint by bringing it back up.
The story you did on the bullfighters where you actually got in the ring and got gored by a bull.
Do you remember Ted's pineapple? The one that he found in his room during the first season of How I Met Your Mother? Yeah, well, we found out later in a deleted scene the origin story of said pineapple. Ted stole it from the captain. I don't know if there's a surge in price for pineapples at that time or what, but I'm here for it. Well, in the season finale of How I Met Your Father, the captain makes a reference to it when he says,
Haven't hurt this bad since someone stole that pineapple off my front doorstep and not 5.
Classic. So I definitely want your opinion on this one. In the scene where Ellen is shaving Charlie's beard, we can see Charlie reading a newspaper, and, from what we find out, the arts section. A few years before How I Met Your Father takes place, Ted was still pretty famous for his design of the GNB building, which means it's definitely possible for another Ted Mosby high-rise to go up. The newspaper is also the most perfect and subtle way to drop that little hint for us. It's more than likely Charlie is reading about Ted's achievements and could very well show up. But what do you think? Okay, obviously I couldn't possibly go into every single callback and Easter egg How I Met Your Father gives us. It would take way too many hours for that video to upload. I do love the bullfighting callback, the L-bomb drop, and of course, the infamous apartment. What moments do you think I should have included in the list?